Hi guys, Alice Taylor here in the swing studio down at St Anne's Old Links, and we've got a very special little golf ball. So we have got the new Taylormade Tp5. Now this is the X, so the slightly lower spinning, and I'm going to do a ball review. Usual process, we're going to hit 3 shots with driver, 7-iron, full pitching wedge, and kind of a little half swing with my 50-60 degree. We're going to talk to you a little bit about how the ball kind of feels, and we're going to look at some numbers to see how it performs. But first off, we're going to go driver. So GC2, so completely controlled environment, and certainly for me, as we go through the different clubs, I don't see a massive difference with driver, and the big key is going to be how I strike it. But like I said, we're going to hit 3 shots first off with driver, see how it performs. So felt solid, if not absolutely flush. 293. So get ready for shot number 2 with driver. And turning over a little bit out of the toe, so I don't think that'll have enough spin. Only got out 263. Okay, so here we go. Shot number 3 with the TPX. Got a nice solid one, tiny little fade. Okay, just under 290. Okay, so let's look at some numbers with driver. Okay, so we can see first 2, certainly not great strikes, but 1500 spin, very low on the first one. 990, just way too low. Was out the toe with the strike, but certainly for that carry was down. And then the last one I tried to hit a little bit more of a cut, just see how that performed. Again, ball speed 156, just slightly back on where my really good one would be. 2400 spin. And if you look at your averages there, even with a bad one, just under 260 carry and 280 total. Some pretty good numbers. Okay then guys, so we move on to 7-iron. Now, I'd normally pitch 7-iron, maybe just under 165. So we're going to hit this into the green, and certainly spin-wise, I'd be looking for between 6,000 and 7,000. A lovely strike. Just not quite turning over enough. On the green. Pitch 161, yeah, about right. So a good solid first shot with 7-iron. Again, let's go just slightly right, try to draw it back. Here it comes. We land just short. Yeah, just a little out of the toe with the strike. 154. And let's go one final one with 7-iron. Felt a good solid one. It's all over it. Oh yes, please. Going to pitch in 164. Okay guys, so let's have a look at the 3 shots with the 7-iron. Let's look at some numbers and see how the new ball performed. Okay then guys, so again, I don't really understand why GC2, the software split it into 2 separate clubs. It was the same club, but we could see 6,500, 6.3, and the 5.9 was a little bit out the toe. So that performance there down to strike more than anything with me, but certainly spinning around 6,300 between the 3 shots would be really, really good. And that average carry is still going to be around that kind of 160, but yeah, just what I'd be looking for from the 7-iron. Okay then guys, so we've seen driver and 7-iron, very much what I'd be looking for. Maybe a little low on the spin with driver, probably more down to me. But I think the more of these tests I'm doing, I'm seeing very similar kind of things with driver, 7-iron. But it's when we're getting into kind of the full wedge and the pitch shot that I think we're really seeing the benefit in the premium balls. And this is where we're kind of really going to start seeing anything different from premium ball one to another. So I'm going to hit full pitching wedge, 3 shots, 119 yards, so about 120 will be round about where I'd normally hit wedge. And again, between 9,000 and 10,000 backspin. So, off we go. Good solid strike. Yeah, pitched it just over 120. Okay, then let's go to shot number 2. Maybe just a touch left. Then right on the money for number. Just pitching that 121 again. And let's go one final shot with pitching wedge. And just right at the flag. Not quite turned over, but nice and consistent. Again, pitching kind of 119. So some really consistent distance control there. Let's look at the numbers for the wedge and see how the ball performed. So again, randomly, not loving the software today, but certainly average carry around about that 120. Spinning kind of just over 9,200 if we put all 3 together. So yeah, kind of round about where I'd be looking for, and that gives me the kind of control that I'd be looking for with a pitching wedge. Okay then guys, so if I'm being honest, driver, 7-iron, pitching wedge, I haven't seen anything that I wouldn't normally expect to see from any premium golf ball I've tested or played with over the years. But now we're going to get into my little kind of half swing with my sandwich. And this is where I think I'm looking for kind of maximum spin on these shots. Generally pitch this ball about 63, 64 yards. Normally spinning maybe around 6,000. Maybe a little bit lower if I don't carry it as much, a little bit more if I carry it a bit further. But a little half swing, we're going to hit the 3 shots again, and let's see how close I can hit it and how much control we've got. So it felt lovely and soft off the face. Really stopped quickly on the green, and you can see as that one pops in, 68 that carried. Okay, shot number 2. Have to do well to hit it closer than that one. Okay, all over it again. Oof, very nice. Just pitch that one a little bit further, just fractionally, at 72. And let's go one final shot. And all over it. Oh, it's at the flag. So it's not spinning back that much, that's just because that's pitched on the flag. Great, if that was backspin. Okay then, so some really good results on kind of distance control, but let's look at actually how the golf ball performed, even though the second shot wasn't quite as good a strike. So again, I'm going to need some product training with the software. So the first and the third shot, I mean, they're going to spin a little bit more because I've hit it a fraction further, therefore there's a little bit more speed, but just a phenomenal amount of spin at kind of 8,700. Interestingly though, you look at how the number drops off to 5,300 with the second shot, and that's just completely down to me striking the ball differently. But yes, I mean a massive amount of spin, particularly with the model that in theory shouldn't spin quite as much. Okay then guys, so first reaction to the Taylormade Tp5. Like I said during the video, I mean for me when I'm watching how a premium ball performs off driver, off 7-iron, off full pitching wedge, I'll be honest, I'm not really seeing a massive difference ball to ball. The manufacturers are going to say different things in testing for them, but I'm not seeing it. The bigger influence on that is where I hit it on the club face, and we saw in the second shot with driver, it wasn't the worst strike I've ever had, but certainly for me, it was just such low spin that it didn't stay in the air long enough. But certainly when you're getting into that short pitches, those little half swings, wow, really get some spin out of that ball. And you know, that's definitely something that while I'm trying new golf balls, definitely something worth considering for me. And if you guys are in the market for a new premium ball, or if you've always played the same premium ball, you should be getting fitted and looking at what suits your game best. Okay guys, as ever, really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and share it. Follow me on all the social media platforms. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.